ever experienced this? That there is this one person or a couple of people either at work or at home who really annoy the life out of you. They are unfair, they are unreasonable, and they basically ruin your happiness. And if you have people like that in your life and you're wondering how to deal with this, today's pep thought is just for you. So keep watching and please like, share and subscribe to this channel and leave your comments below. Today's pep thought is called "You receive what you believe." Now, let me explain this with an example. So I was invited to this party, and as I entered this venue, I saw straight ahead of me this woman wearing this stunning, beautiful sari. It was something really unique and really beautiful. So I wanted to go and compliment her on it. Though I didn't know this person, but as I was deciding to go and speak to her, I got called away by another colleague. And that's how the matter ended for the time being. Later on, as the evening progressed, we were joined by another colleague of ours, and this woman was with him. She was his wife. When I saw her, I told her, I gave her my compliment. I said, I think you're looking stunning. This is a beautiful sari that you're wearing. And the moment I said that, the husband was like, see, I told you. And then he explained it to us that she was not willing to wear the sari at all because she thought that it will make her look weird, the color will not suit her, she will not look nice in it. And in fact, the husband told me that when I looked at her and walked away earlier, she actually told him that, see, I'm looking so terrible, I'm looking so weird. That woman also gave me this look and she just walked away. Now the point of this story is that it didn't matter whether I liked the sari or not. The point is that the woman believed that she was not looking good in that sari, and hence she scanned the environment and conjured up evidence that supported that belief. And mind you, all of us do this all the time. We have certain belief systems and then we interpret the environment in such a way that supports our belief systems. I mean, I like the sari. How weird, what kind of a nasty look would I have given her? But she interpreted it like this. And I'm sure by this time, a lot of you watching the video are like, hey, hello, it's not always my belief system. That person is unfair. And that's true. We all have people in our lives who are completely unreasonable, unfair, and we just can't get along with them. It appears they don't have common sense or whatever it is. In that case, how does our belief system work? I'm going to ask you a very simple question. When you know that that other person is unreasonable, illogical, unfair, what is it inside you that still seeks approval from that other person? What is it inside you that is dependent on that other person changing? Again, some of you might say, hello, that person happens to be my boss in office. My career is dependent on them. Of course, what that person thinks about me matters. Well, actually, it does not. It really does not. And I will explain that to you in 1 second. If this person really is so unreasonable, why don't you leave the job? Again, a lot of you are bouncing around and saying, hey, hello, this job is important for me. I need the salary, it is close to home, I need that 3 years in my resume, and some such. And that is exactly what I'm telling you. You are in this job or you are in this relationship because you are getting something out of that relationship. And by that I don't mean selfishness, I mean you have your own reasons for being around. And speaking about the job, you're definitely not in the job for that unreasonable boss of yours. You're there for your own reasons, and that person doesn't even feature in those reasons. And hence, I ask the question again. When you know this person is not important in your list of reasons of choosing to be there, what is it inside you that is dependent on that person changing? And the answer to that is our belief systems. We all have a belief system about ourselves and about our world. And we look for evidence to support that. Many times, logically, we know that that belief is not correct. But we are so used to it that we can't help ourselves. And most of these systems come from our childhood. Now let me give you a couple of examples just to explain what I am saying. Example number 1, let's say as a kid, alright, you fell and you cried, and you really cried, okay, and you went to a parent or an adult seeking comfort, seeking solace, and instead of comforting you or encouraging you or supporting you, that person said, "What nonsense! Are you crazy to be crying about something like that? I'm so disappointed," or something like that. And you processed that information and you believed that, you know what, my feelings are not important, or maybe whenever I express my negative feelings, I'm going to get a negative feedback which I don't want. My feelings are not important, which is why you taught yourself to hold back and not to express yourself. You taught yourself to do that. Example 2. Let's say you made this brilliant drawing, okay? You were really happy with it and you couldn't wait to go and show it to your teacher. So when the teacher came, you were the first person to run up to her and say, "Look what I made." And the teacher looked at it and said, "My God, it's bad." And your heart, full of anticipation, just kind of shriveled up. Now the teacher was being just honest, but you were not mature enough to process that. You were a kid. So how did you interpret that? That I am not good enough, I am not talented enough, and if I ever take initiative for something, I will always be proven wrong. It will be humiliating. If students around you laughed at you, it made it worse. And till today in your life, you are holding back from taking initiative. There are things that you want to try, there are things that you want to do, but you stop yourself. And it's all coming from that childhood experience. Now what is happening with this unreasonable person is, these belief systems that told you that you're not good enough, you're not talented enough, the only way to feel good about yourself was for somebody to give you an approval. Okay? And now this boss, now when we were children, our authority figures were our elders and adults. So we are used to wanting approval from our elders and adults. And which is why we have this belief that if my adults, my elders are not approving of me, which means I'm not good enough. And it is the same belief system that is going in the way you deal with your boss, you deal with anyone who you consider an authority figure in your life. Now when we do our workshops, when I do my workshops on self-awareness, we have a lot of interaction and activities that really show people what their core belief systems are and how to deal with it. But in this video, I will just share with you one way of doing it, one process of doing it. And for that, you might also need to refer to another video that I've done previously, and the link for that is in the description box below. And that video was called How Do I Feel? So please go and refer to that. But before that, listen to this process. So if there is anyone in your life who annoys the life out of you and who's you find yourself cribbing about them all the time, you find yourself obsessed about them all the time, and in a negative way, then write down what you're feeling. Are you feeling ashamed, rejected? That video has a whole list of feelings that you can work with. Find out the thoughts that are leading to those feelings. What are you thinking when you're with that person all the time? Once you have put it all down in front of you on a sheet of paper, in a diary, just look at it and think about, ask yourself, the first incident that you can remember in your life where you felt this way and you thought this way. Now for each of us, you don't really have to worry about whether it is the right incident. If it comes spontaneously to you and it resonates with you, that is right for you. 99% that incident will be of your childhood. Even then, when you look at that incident, now look at it, go through it, relive that, and now look at it from the point of view of an adult. That had you not been the child, had you been you as you are now, as an adult or as a teenager, how would you deal with that situation? Would you blame that child, which is you, or would you give more understanding to that child? And when you do that, your own belief system that I am not good enough or I need approval will start to change. Do this every time something annoys you or is difficult to deal, because the moment it is difficult to deal with, there is something inside you that needs healing. And this is one thing that I've said in my videos before, I say it in my workshops, and I'm telling you now, awareness heals. The moment you become aware of where something is coming from, the source of it, it will start healing itself, period. So do try this out and do leave your comments with me, and in case you'd like to get in touch with me, my Facebook link is below in the video, in the description box, and let me know how this turns out for you. Till then, thank you so much. God bless. Stay safe. Stay happy.